Hi, Sunday Club.
Hi, Sunday Club. So this week we are going to be in church and Rob is going to be speaking. He's going to speak on a couple of passages, one from Nehemiah in the Old Testament and one from Luke in the New Testament. And Aaron is going to read us the passage from Luke, and he's going to read it in this book, The Diary of a Disciple. And I know some of you have it at home, so if you want, you can read it with us and have a look at it, or have a look afterwards, and it starts on page 346. So Aaron, can you read that passage for us, please?
Sure. When they arrived, they found disciples and a few others all together in a room. They were hiding away and still talking about everything that had happened. By this point, Peter had also seen Jesus. So now everyone was convinced that he was alive. The disciples who'd walked from Emmaus shared their story with smiles that wouldn't leave their faces. Even the bit where they hadn't realized who Jesus was until he shared the bread. Everyone was talking about the trying. I
don't know. Everyone was talking and trying, to figure out
what was going on when Jesus appeared in the middle of the room and said, "Hi." "Ah!" said the disciples all together. They couldn't believe their eyes. How did you get in here? Their knees were knocking together, and they were seriously scared. They thought Jesus is a person. Must be a ghost. Don't be frightened. Why don't you believe it? Look at me. Come close and see. Touch me. Book. Me. I'm real. Ghosts don't have skin and bones like I do. Jesus held out his hands and feet and moved around the room. The disciples just stared. They were absolutely blown away. I'm hungry, Jesus said. Have you got any food? For fish, they managed to say, and passed Jesus a piece to eat. He munched his way through his hunk of fish. While they were all just stared at him. Then Jesus said, "When I was with you before, I told you everything that had already been said about me. Everything that had to happen. Don't you remember? The writings left behind God's messengers so long ago, they said the Messiah would have to die, and 3 days later he would be alive again. They said the people everywhere need to go through me to get God, so they can be forgiven, and that starts now. You need to tell everyone everything that has happened. You need to tell them it's all true. Start here. It's now in Jerusalem, but don't go any further until God sends you to the help. The disciples followed Jesus out to Bethlehem, where they prayed.
Bethany,
where they prayed and asked God for good things for them. As he was praying, God took him away to heaven. The disciples couldn't stop telling God how wonderful he was, and they couldn't stop shouting out to Jesus with joy. They made their way back to Jerusalem with enormous, unstoppable grins on their faces, and they hung out in the temple, praising God non-stop.
Thank you,
Thank you
Aaron.
for listening.
Thank you, Aaron, for reading. So we will hear more about that from Rob on Sunday. But this part here, when he says they're going to start here and now in Jerusalem, but don't go any further until God sends you the help he's promised from heaven. So in Nehemiah, that the church is going through just now, and that Rob will mention a bit on Sunday, that's in the Old Testament, many years before this, and they are in the process of rebuilding in Jerusalem. And now this is where the disciples are. So Rob thought it would be a good idea if for the show and tell on Sunday you can bring into church a model. You can either make some buildings to represent Jerusalem, or you could make it to represent where you live, your neighbourhood and your community. So you can make a model in whatever way you want, with whatever you want, bring it into church on Sunday, and we will see that. And you can show it to everyone when you're there. So that is the task for Virtual Sunday Club this week. And I found a cool video of an amazing model of Jerusalem. So I will send you the link for that. You can have a look. Yours might not be as big, but you can make a pretty awesome Jerusalem or an Aberdeen or a part of Aberdeen that you live, or you can mash them up however you want to do it. And we look forward to seeing them on Sunday. So we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.